Hey, what's up guys? It is Yoda here from Yoda Games and I am back on Ark. The base video I did earlier, my base tour, for some reason the game decided that it was going to delete my base. So I had to start a whole new server and all that stuff, which that's fine. I can always build a different looking base in that area. I can always build a base somewhere else, you know. But yeah. So I thought for this video, guys, I would do some dinosaur stuff. So I've got 5 dinosaurs here with me. Well, not all technically dinosaurs, but animals from Ark. And I thought I'd go through the list a little bit and tell you about some of them. You know, where you can find them, what they like to eat, and all that stuff. First up is the Achatina. It's a type of giant snail, really. They eat sweet veggie cakes and stuff. You know, they're supposed to be a standard knockout time. So you knock it out and you feed it the sweet veggie cake. And they don't have a favorite type of kibble or anything, and you can't breed them. So, but they're definitely really cool creatures. They're herbivores, and it actually drops chitin, I guess, from the shell. I'm not really sure. But it drops chitin and meat, and they can harvest cementing paste and organic polymer. And believe it or not, these little bastards can break thatch bases. So you can bolo them, you can get them with a bear trap. They can't fit through a regular door frame, though. That's really creepy. Can you stop doing that? Thank you. But another thing is you can pick them up. You can pick them up and carry them around with you. So I don't know if you can fit through a doorway while carrying one of these guys. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah. So these things are really interesting. They're really useful. It's just they're hard to tame because of the sweet veggie cake. That's a really big pain in the ass to pick up. I don't know what the hell this is. I haven't even looked at these. I think this might be cementing paste. Yep. See? They just drop cementing paste whenever they're crawling around. And next up, guys, we have the allosaur. Ooh. Now, the allosaur, as you can guess, yes, he's a meat eater. So he eats pretty much meat. Yep. Cooked meat, raw, prime, doesn't matter. He's a standard knockout team. And there's one thing that I remember about the allosaurs is if you're fighting one, if you stand like right here under his feet, he can't hit you. This is like his blind spot, so you can deck him right in the crotch or something, you know. But I think they're really cool. I like them more than I do the Carnos. I think they look more interesting. But yeah. But their favorite kibble is. Hang on a sec. Get out of here. Holy shit. I was not expecting that. Were you? I wasn't. There we go. But anyway, back to what I was saying. The allosaur actually they like the Diplodocus kibble. We'll see one of them in a later video. And they prefer the Tapejara kibble, which is really interesting. You learn how to make their saddle at level 45. And you can breed them. Their total breed time is pretty close to 2 days in real life time, unless you have the incubation stuff and all that set up different. But in basic server, it takes 1 day, 23 hours and 50 minutes. And they're really cool. They're carnivores. They are rideable. They drop raw meat, raw prime meat, hide, and keratin, which is really interesting. I didn't know they dropped keratin. So see, I'm learning new stuff too, guys. And they harvest all kinds of stuff: chitin, organic polymer, thatch, rare mushrooms, rare flowers, pelts, hide, you name it. They cannot be carried, and they can break wood bases. And you need either a large bear trap or a chain bolo to catch one of these guys to trap them. and they do fit through dinosaur gates. So yeah. And now let's I can't move this thing. I was gonna say, dude, you hungry? Yeah, you could, eat that or something. This dead body's ruining my video, guys. No, I'm just playing. But next up, guys, we have the Ankylo. I figured that since I'm doing videos like this, I would do all the land-based ones, and I would do a whole separate one on like sea animals and shit like that, and stuff like that. Right here we have the Ankylo. These are really interesting. These I call them stone haulers because you can weigh these guys down with rocks and all kinds of shit, and they smash boulders. They're really cool. So let's see about these guys. They eat berries, vegetables, and all that. They prefer Dilophosaur kibble. So if you guys tame Dilophosaurs and stuff, you can, which are actually a pretty good standard startup carnivore tame. They're like little guard dogs, and they spit on you. We'll get to see one of them in a later video. But they're actually really easy tames. And they prefer Dilophosaur kibble. The kibble they produce is preferred by carnivores, and you learn their saddle at level 40. And they are breedable. To breed one, it takes 2 days, 4 hours, and 40 minutes. It's kind of a long time, but yeah, they're herbivores, of course. They are rideable, and the most common place to find them, they're all around the island, most often near the beaches and mountains. So, which they drop keratin, hide, and raw meat, and they harvest pretty much everything: wood, stone, thatch, oil, obsidian, berries, sulfur. Holy shit, they added sulfur. Awesome. I didn't know that. Crystals, bear mushrooms, all kinds of stuff. And they can only be carried by a quetzal or a wyvern. They can smash wood, of course. The only thing that can trap them is a large bear trap. And they fit through dinosaur gates, which is awesome. I love it. Cool. But let's go back over here to the Argentina. As some of you guys don't know, the pretty much the most common location for these guys is only in the swamps. You won't see them running, like, you might see one running around in like the jungle and stuff in the woodlands, but it's kind of rare. These guys mainly stick to the swamp. So, and the allosaur, these guys, they're all around the island, and most times when you see them, they'll be in a group. So yeah, watch out for these guys. And if you I think it's 3 of them together, one will have like a red flame running down his back, and he's supposed to be like a minor alpha, which I plan on doing an alpha series with this. I'm not gonna bring the alphas in, spawn them in and stuff, and talk about them, because the alphas are untamable. So but here we have the Analo, I don't know, Aranio. The pretty much the Black Widow of the game. It's not really a Black Widow, but it's a big ass fucking spider, and these guys are actually really hard to tame. They eat 2 things: raw meat and spoiled meat, and this is not a standard knockout tame. You knock them out, you can't tame them. You have to non-violent tame them, and the best way to do that is to put on a ghillie suit and bug repellent and go full prone and sneak up behind them and just slip a meat and back the hell off. Because normally you'll see about 4 or 5 of these things in a group together, or they'll be popping out of the freaking walls and shit. They do not produce a kibble, and they don't have a favorite kibble. But you learn their saddle at level 40, and you can craft that in your inventory, which is really cool. They are not breedable animals. They're found mostly in caves. You don't really see them roaming around in the jungles, which I think it would be cool if they set it to where you saw maybe 1 or 2 every once in a while. They are carnivores, and they are rideable. They drop meat and keratin, but they only harvest meat. And they can be carried by RGs, or Argentavis, Quetzal, Capros, Megalosaurus, Wyverns. They can only damage up to Thatch, though. And to trap one, you have to use a bear trap or a plant Y trap. And they fit through Dino gates and up. So yeah, it's really interesting. I always like these. Always like those spiders. I think they're really cool. They're a pain in the ass to fight because they spit webs at you and stuff. But next up we have these little bastards, the Archa. Let's see here. The Archaeopteryx, I think is how you pronounce that. I'm not entirely sure. These guys, judging from the looks of them, with those little pointy teeth and shit and little claws and things, you would think carnivore, but no, actually these things eat chitin. They kill bugs and eat the chitin, which is really cool. I think that's definitely a special type of diet, I guess. I don't know. And they're shoulder pets, which we'll get a shot of him on my shoulder here in a second. But it is a standard knockout team. And they eat Pelagornis kibble, the big, not the small little pelicans, but the big ones that fly around. They eat their egg kibble and all that stuff. And they produce kibble that's preferred by the Diplocaulus. And since it's this small, you really can't ride it. And I just pictured a big motherfucker trying to ride one of these little things. Oh god. But these things actually they are breedable, and it doesn't take that long. It takes 17 hours and 57 minutes, something like that. But yes, they are carnivores, because they do have to kill stuff to eat it. And now it says that these things can be found all around the island, but I have only encountered them in the Scorched Earth game. So yeah. But the funny thing is that the only thing that can carry them is a Capro and a Megalosaurus. So, but they can't damage anything. You can bolo them, you can bear trap them, and they can fit through a small door frame, which is really cool. But yeah, these are definitely little interesting creatures. So let's see here. Yeah, see, look at that. That looks a little weird, I think. Whee! Doing this in Scorched Earth is actually very useful. Like trying to do this in Scorched Earth is actually very useful, because you have canyons, you have different land terrains and shit, and sometimes you just don't want to be on the ground. So yeah, this is definitely interesting. So yeah, this is really interesting. One thing I really want to try is seeing if I can go from here. Let me go back into first person, jump from there and sail all the way to here. I think that would be a really cool little experiment. But yeah, it's definitely each dinosaur has different uses, you know, and there is no good or bad dino. Each one has a different use, like I said, and some are just more useful than others, I guess. What the hell is that over there in the water? Let's go check that out. Maybe we can get these guys to fight it or something. Hello, what are you? Oh shit! No, that's a shark. Nope, no sharks. No sharks allowed. Actually, nah, I'm not gonna do that. I was thinking I'm gonna get all these guys just to attack the shark real quick. But nah, I actually like this little guy. He's pretty cool. I might have to keep him. Might have to keep him around somewhere. But yeah, guys. Let me know which one of these 5 you like the most. We got the Archa here. We got the Areno, or you can just call it the Spider. The Ankylo, which I call them club tails and stone haulers. So, but you guys can call them whatever you want. The Allosaur here, the big T-Rex looking thing. and the Achatina here, which is pretty much a snail. Yeah. But yeah, guys, let me know which one you guys like the most in the comments. And out of these, well, these 5 here, I think the spider would probably be my favorite, but the Achi is the Archa over here is probably the most useful in my opinion, just as far as, you know, being able to fly little short distances and stuff. But yeah, guys, that's gonna sum it up for this video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and smash that like button. May the force be with you, and I will see you guys later.